Welcome back to our series on Teams. In this video, I want to talk specifically about file sharing and OneDrive. So this to me is one of the most useful features in Teams and where we really start to see its ability to bring everything together. A singular spot where we can share files with individuals, groups, and teams without using any outside sources. So let's hop in. So first of all, there's a lot of room for using files here, and any files that you put onto Teams will actually be automatically loaded up to your agency's OneDrive folder and backed up there. That's great because that means we don't have to worry about files getting lost if something happens to our personal computer. And there's some really neat features like the ability to edit things in real time with each other without even having to download, move, send, or email any of these documents. So if we go back to our team, and if you missed the video on Teams, I suggest you go back and take a look. We have a spot here that says Files. In here, I can upload and save files just like I would a folder on my desktop. I can make folders, I can make Word documents, notebooks, PowerPoints, Excel, etc. All of that can be made here. If I click a file that's in there, it will bring me into an editing screen. And in here, I can edit this and it will show up in real time. So if somebody else has this file open, I will be able to see what they're doing with it. I can see them editing it on here and I can use that as if I was just using Word. Now, some of the features are a little less clean than they are in the Word desktop app. So you can click this button here to open it in your desktop. And so this opens it like you had a normal Word document open and it still stays live. It will actually autosave as you use it and it will make it so other people can see what you're doing in this live document. This is great for working together on documents. So you can do both of those features and there's quite a few places where we can edit and use documents. Like I said, we can put folders in here and this is just in the general channel. So this is a great spot for folders that you want everyone to have access to. In our locked team channel here, I can put files that I only want certain people seeing. So if there's files that are just for HR that aren't probably really for the rest of the staff to have access to, this is a great spot to save those. I like to use this to be organized. So if I will typically have a team such as interns and break it down by projects. There'll be a channel for project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4, and each with their own spot to save files so that everything can stay organized and the correct people don't have to dig through other people's work to find what they're using. We can also send files directly in the chat and by clicking this link right here. We can browse, we can look for it on OneDrive, et cetera, and we can send it in those direct chats like we were discussing in the last video. So this is a great way to be able to use files across the board. Now, if I go down here to where it says files, I can actually get one look at every file I have access to. So I don't have to jump between the teams that I'm on. I can go, here are all the files that I have access to, and here's what's on the cloud storage. It'll start by showing what I've used recently, and it'll actually break it down by this file is in the telehealth group. This file is in my personal OneDrive. And across the board, I can see all of those in a single spot and access them over here where it says files. If I want to download a copy, I can do it by going over here, or I can just click on one of these 3 notes and say download. Now, what's worth noting is that if I do download a file, it loses that live ability. It's no longer able to be edited by everybody. I now have a separate document that I'll have to re-upload at some point. Now, if I want to put any files into a group, so let's go back to our team. If I wanted to add files, like I said, I'll click on this button and I can do this in a couple different ways. So I can click upload and then that will give me the ability to pull something from my desktop, or I can click new and just make a document directly right here. You can also drag and drop. So if I have a folder open, I can drag a file and drop it right in here and it will sync and load up to the OneDrive. Now this creates a spot where we now have all of our files singularly organized, saved, and able to be accessed by the correct members of the team, and it's all in that same spot. We can do all kinds of cool stuff with it now. So if I go to these 3 dots, these are the actions I can do. So I can copy a link to it, which I like to tend to do. And so if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I can go, hey, I would like you to look at this specific file. I can copy it, and I can go over to our chat, and I can then paste it and say, hey, please take a look at this file. I can have some text or whatever, and then that will take the individual to the file location and open it to be edited right there. And now they can edit in real time, and we don't have to send files back and forth and download and edit and bring them all together. We have a live file that we can each interact with. So that's the general gist of using files in Teams. Next time I want to talk about setting meetings and communicating in some other ways. So I hope to catch you in the next video. Thanks for being an MORHA member.